Well, it hasn't quite been 4 hours because I put this thumbnail up not too long ago. But it's time to get this show on the road.
Yo, it's Dave. Yes, I left Cali behind. The Dave Not in Cali show, one of a kind. Sundays, 5 p.m. Central, truth you can. That's for more real people, real talk. Tune in, we'll explore.
Hey, who we have today? We got Andrew with us today.
Hello,
How you doing,
everybody.
Andrew?
Long time no see. It's good to be
Yeah.
back. Good to see David John too. I missed him.
See, Dave, I told you he was alive.
Yeah.
Well, you would. Am I doing something wrong here, Dave? Yeah. Am I doing something wrong, Dave?
Why? What's going on?
There we are. Okay, now I'm on. Okay.
No, you're there. It's kind of hard if there's going to be a delay. Hey, William made it. All right.
Hey, Slim.
I came in when I just came in when it was kind of hard. So, at least I came.
Did you finish putting the wood in the burner?
Yeah, I put a lot of wood in that thing. I shoved it full.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was watching that and I was going to wonder when the hell you were going to finish.
Yeah, actually, I'm not done. I had to, but yo, what's up, Andrew?
Hey, what's going on, William? Hey, what happened to that roadster? You still got it?
Oh yeah,
Cool.
yeah. If you
Glad to
kept
hear.
up with my Fix It channel, I did a short while I was riding around in it. I did a little
okay.
video and threw out there. Yeah.
I'm sorry I've been missing for a while. I'm just still gathering myself up. It ain't one thing, it's another. The kids were sick last week, and now I got the bug, and I'm feeling all that hot.
Yeah.
Go figure. But I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to see everybody here. I really am.
Good deal. Yeah. It looks like your internet's worse than mine. Son of a bitch. Well, that's badass. I don't feel so bad now.
Well, nobody's perfect.
So what's up, John? What's going on?
Not too much outside of I thought the YouTube was through screwing with me.
So everybody better go to your channel before it disappears, right?
Yeah. Let's put it this way. I have been, I thought, a very good boy for the last 6 months. And I have, basically how it works with YouTube is they give you a warning if you for a copyright or a warning for community violation. That's if you have nothing. Then you have strike 1, strike 2, and strike 3. You don't actually, they give it to you. That removes your channel. You're gone. Your history. Well, a couple days ago, I look up and I've got this great big red marker in my email, and I read it, and it says, "I've got 2 strikes on me, and if I have to be perfect for the next 90 days, or my channel is gone." And I wondered what the hell it was. I'm thinking, like, well, wait a minute. Well, it ended up being a copyright strike. Now, there's I've been, pretty much I've been using the same people, that I have before, like with Fox, and I've been using, with even some MSNBC or whatever, where we get our stories from. Well, it happens to be this one girl. Her name is Christina Aguayo. I've been using her for 4 months. And about 9 or 10 times, maybe even more, I don't know. And she was the one that turned me in. And I'm going like, what? Now, basically what she does is the same thing that we do. She gets the news, and, for a short, sometimes it's a lot easier just to use them. And, the ironic part about it is when I'm using her, I give her the credits because I put that in the description. It's already there. Credit goes to her. Plus, on her screen, on the front of her screen, she has on there Christina Aguayo News. It's right. In other words, there's no hiding it. Who she is, whatever. And she's, of course, sitting there doing it. So I'm going to try to figure out something to talk about with YouTube to see if they can't remove that. Because, this is garbage. They did this to me the last time. They took my channel the last time. This will be the 4th channel that they've taken from me in almost 5 years. And this is just not right. I mean, you talk about freedom of speech. Now, the other part about this too is that bothers me too is I have gotten different things come up on here because I'm in Brazil. Belarus and Russia are pretty much two countries that do not cooperate with Brazil, and therefore anything I put up that has those two that will go into there, for instance, like music or whatever, they're blocked. It's also copyrighted. So in other words, I've got maybe a dozen, if not more, little things that say copyright, but it does not interfere with my channel. I've had people that put up different things from music videos and whatever, where somebody has literal rights to it, but yet they post it up there that it's okay for people to use it. It's copyrighted, but it's okay to use. But these people that all of a sudden decide 4 months later that it's going to be copyrighted, this is bullshit. Literally bullshit. If I want to copyright something, I should have to put it down now when I enter it. It should be copyrighted or not copyrighted copyrighted with permission to use.
But you can make permission on each and every video separate. Because if you go through the list, when you're publishing, there's a place that you can say allow people to use. And if they click that particular one, is protected.
But in other words, what I'm trying to get at is I can understand if it's something personal, like you think like William has with the items that are in his shop and stuff like that with the cars when he's working on an engine or he's working on a transmission stuff. That's something that's entirely separate. In other words, he's doing something different there. Now, if I want to go, what I'm trying to get at is news is news is news. If every Tom, Dick, and Harry's talking about Gavin Newsom and the caps and stuff like that, then it's not something that you can hold for yourself. I don't care who's talking. It's still the news and what have you. But just have to see how that plays out. So if, who knows, like I said, I'm backing way off from what I was doing. I'm going to probably do about 4 shorts per day and maybe 4 of the memes per day. Just try to make sure that the material is as bland as can be for the next 3 months. So we'll wait and see how that works out.
Well, it seems like anybody that's conservative, they're coming down on them, whether you like it or not. You think after 8 months, Trump would have straightened this out by now. But
As President Donald Trump's flag-burning ban is being criticized by the far left, an older video of Hillary Clinton has resurfaced, showing that she once called for a flag-burning ban herself. Under Trump's executive order, people who burn the flag can now be sentenced to 1 year behind bars. And as many Democrats made fun of Trump, others are reminding people of the bill that Hillary took to the Senate floor back in 2006, titled the Flag Protection Act, that she said would make it a crime to desecrate the American flag. Listen.
So I hope, Mr. President, that we can pass a law that criminalizes flag burning and desecration. I agree that this burning, this desecration that can happen to our flag is something that people have a right to ask this body to try to prohibit and prevent.
That's what you need to know. In Dallas, Christina
That's
Aguirre.
the woman. That's the Christina Aguirre. I got a strike for that.
Wow.
Now, I'm asking you guys out there, guys on the panel, plus other who's watching this. Does anybody out there find that to be a copyright violation of any kind?
Everybody does it, John. Everybody.
But I'm asking out there, does it look like it is a copyright violation? Be honest about it. Is there anything that I did?
Well, there's a fine line. We can show it, and we're on the picture, and we're talking about it. But if you put the whole thing up without changing it, adding yourself, it's a clear violation if they want to press the copyright issue, because it's other people's material without you modifying it or changing it or adding to it. As long as you do those 3 things, you're good.
Okay. Speaking of clear violations, did you hear? I can't stop talking about this, but Letitia James has a niece named Shamika, who has a niece named Nakia. Is it anyway? So that woman is nuts. Have you seen that? She's absconded from her probation. The niece's daughter And it's like, I did a thing.
Yeah.
Did you see, her, do you know what she's on probation for?
No, what?
Okay. Let me read this to you. I won't even have to put it up. I should be able to, maybe I've got it bookmarked here. But dude, oh my goodness. I did a quick search and hopefully it's still on growth. Why is it not? What in the hell? So anyways, I bookmarked it and now Grok does not want to keep it up. It is the strangest thing. Anyways, that Nakia chick is is absconded from probation for like and what do you call that? Contributing to the delinquency of a minor, child abuse, possession of marijuana, the possession of burglary tools, grand larceny. Um, while this Nakia chick was in prison, she got caught with drugs. Then she also got caught fighting the CEO while she was in there. While she, and yeah, it's pretty wild. So it's not like she's on probation for like, some like a DUI or something minor. It's really, really bad. Yeah.
Okay, I got a question for you, William, if you don't
Yeah.
mind.
Sure.
What's Dan Bongino and Cash Patel doing? How come they don't put an end to this?
Oh, they're dicking around. That's why. Yeah, I don't know what's going on
That's
with
a big fish out there that they can arrest. They got all the evidence they need. It's already been 8 months. What gives?
Oh, well, there's due process, Andrew. Through due process. We've all heard that a couple times. Just can't go out and arrest them.
I know. Yeah. It's a shame.
I don't agree with it. I think they're just dicking around, and they're just not doing their job.
Well, I know, but that's what they're going to say, and that's what it's all about. They got to put the case together and go after these people and so forth. And you would think it would be fast tracked, but there's other stuff to it that we don't know about.
Already 8 months.
Huh. Oh, well, dude. So that's why I believe that there's people that have been put in place already. I think Dan Bongino is going to step down. I think we're going to see that in the next little bit, and Cash Patel probably will be replaced and Pam Bondi before the year's up. I think we're going to see that before the end of the year, because I think Trump's doing his best to keep us cool, but he sees what's going on as well. They're just tossing the ball, and that's why you had that assistant director administrator that's never been heard of, put into the FBI because he's going to take Bongino's spot, and Cash Patel will be replaced, and so will I think Pam Bondi if they don't make a real move in the next little bit because they've got plenty to do so.
They got all the evidence they need,
and it does seem like nothing's being done. It's just all talk and of course the American public wants to see. We want to see something being done. We want to see some.
8 months.
Well, what's his name? The one that, gosh almighty, the one that we're trying to get appointed. I can't remember his name unless, when I'm not thinking about it, I can. But there's legitimate things going on with the indictments when it comes to tax evasion and mortgage fraud. What's that guy's name? The guy they were trying to get him in, Mark Brennan. Yeah, is that right? Is that the right name?
Mark Brennan.
Yeah, they were trying to get him. And
there's also Matt Gaetz too.
Yeah, So, and by the way, Trump did not, how all presidents end up taking off for the weekend for Labor Day. He's not. He's working. He said, "I'm staying here. I'm working. I'm not leaving. I got too much to do." And so he's not. He's working. So I don't know. I'll see I'm still confident something will happen. But what's happened here is there's just you've got a lot of ball tossing around going on. But everybody has seen the video that went viral with that Polish CEO of that paving company who snatches that hat from that kid. Did y'all see that? Y'all seen that, right?
Yeah, I missed that one.
Okay, all right. So everybody's seen it. Everybody knows that it was like really effed up to do that to a small child. I mean, the guy was literally clearly trying to hand that kid a hat, and that dude just snatches the hat up and blatantly, pretends like he can't hear the kid going, "Hey, man, hey, dude, what the heck? What the heck?" He doesn't even acknowledge the kid's existence. He just pretty much, I mean, that is the biggest a-hole move. Well, there's an update because we have found out who he is. That the company now is their stock is tanking. He's been, I don't know exactly what the end result's going to be, but they asked the guy. His name is Skrizik, and Mr. Skrizik. That's the guy's last name.
SZC. I don't know.
Yeah, Skrizik on the private company, the Druk. Yeah, so this private company, Drugbruck, who is a paving company. Something. Yeah. All right, close enough. He grabbed a hat that was intended for a child on the TV, and he just happened to get caught on camera, breaks his silence. He fixes this. This is him fixing the situation. He goes, I understand that some people might not like it, but please, let's not make a global scandal out of the hat. It's just a hat. That's his response.
Okay. What? Okay, I got
to made it worse. He made it worse.
William, you hear about that sandwich that was being thrown at an ICE officer?
Yeah, they dropped the charges on him. I know. Heard about
that. That guy on the scooter, he spat on one of the ICE people. What happened with him?
I don't know. Probably dropped on him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dropped on him too.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Yeah, there's a lot of that happening.
These judges they got to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but that was a department decision.
Yeah, that wasn't a judge that did it. It was definitely was a. That's the people that are working for Pam Bondi that are doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Pam Bondi might, she's probably okay with it too. Because she's not good.
Well, I agree with you, William, because I mean, look at Cash Patel and Bon Jovi.
Same thing. Bon Jovi sucks too. So good, we can lump him right in there.
Well, you know what I'm thinking. What are these guys doing, William? John,
they're just
get in here.
Dicking around.
What are these guys doing, John? They're not doing their job.
Yeah.
I mean, not them not doing the job. You need people. You need people to cooperate with you. They can't do it all on their own.
Well, hey, they got some illegal aliens. Okay, that's cool. I can dig it. But here's the thing. What about these big fish? You got Nancy Pelosi. Then you got Schiff. You got Schumer. These people are all a part of this Russiagate. And yet they're sitting on their hands doing what?
If something needs to happen soon. I mean, literally soon, because we're getting ready to push into September, and we're a hop, skip, and a jump away from the holidays, and that'll mean a whole entire damn year. And how many people have been arrested from this whole entire 9 yards? I mean, you've got I get a little bit sick and tired of the headlines coming out from AP or from everybody else saying like, "Oh, we got him now. We've got Fauci now. He's being brought. They've got this on Fauci. We've got the indefinite. We've got him hands down." I get a little sick and tired,
and then nothing. Yeah,
I'm one of those. I mean, I've been hanging in there a little bit longer than the rest of you guys by saying, like, give it time, because now I'm starting to feel the same way. As like I said, there's been a lot of time been taken on this. All that they need to do is the least they could do, the very least they could do is find one jerk, one of them. I don't care who it is, whether it's Schiff, whoever the hell it is, Letitia, whoever. Get one of them and ride them across the rails right now. Start plowing. That will take all the pressure off of everybody. It'll take the pressure off of everybody. But they still aren't putting even one of them away. Not even one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to hear. Okay, now there's a couple of. I'm waiting to hear about a trial date. Anybody out there hear about any trial dates yet? I haven't.
Not yet.
Not one.
But here's one that Trump can get blamed for. I don't know if you guys saw that, but this guy is a commissioner in Pennsylvania, and he got busted along 21 other people on a 3-year drug, that investigation. And they went down to his city hall office and arrested him right there, the drug task force. So I'm thinking, really? Is this what the Democrats do for side money now? I mean, but
is that the one that worked for Obama?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, what's that guy? Who is that guy?
Oh, his name. Let me go to that page. I see. And it's Zachary Cole Borhai. Borhai. I don't know if you pronounce it that way. Borhai.
Okay, hold on a second here.
3-year. He's was the Bethlehem Right to Know officer.
Oh, probably a different dude. Let's see here. What was that guy's name? It was. Oh no, two different guys. Okay, I'm thinking of the Obama dude.
More than 2,000 pounds of marijuana, large quantities of liquid THC, cocaine, and what the hell is MDMA? I don't know what that is.
That's ecstasy.
Oh, okay.
That's still
then,
around.
Of course, over 100,000 in cash. So
yeah, that's ecstasy. That's what MDMA is one of the main ingredients in ecstasy.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's the drape. What is it? Rape.
The drape rape.
Yeah, date rape. Yeah, date rape. Try it backwards.
Get them to get her drapes out, and yeah. Well, actually, ecstasy isn't really considered the date forced loving. That's actually rave people that go to raves take a lot because you're actually not out. It doesn't put you down or out. It kind of like gives you a euphoric feeling. And anyways, I don't know how I know any of that, but anyways, a long story short, that I mean, there's Obama stuff, so it's not going to my history. We don't need to worry about me. Obama, one of his like this dude was tied to Obama like I don't know how, but self-proclaimed. This dude called himself an apostle who claimed to be Jesus' best friend. Arrested in a forced labor scheme and money laundering too. But this guy here was tied to Obama. Obama actually gave him some kind of like award and stuff back in the day. But his name was David Taylor, and this other chick named Michelle Brown were charged with forced labor and other offenses, both accused of forcing people to work at call centers to solicit donations for their ministry. Yeah. And there's some money laundering that was involved as well.
I think I remember that guy.
Yeah. He used to be, he was Obama's kind of like, he's changed a lot. His looks are way different than what they used to be. I can show you an image of the dude here.
Before and after?
Well, it was like, I forget where I saw the image at, but it was on here somewhere, but it was only like from 2018 to now, that guy he looked like this up here. From 2018 to now, it was back in the day. He looked way different. I mean, it was just it's amazing what just a few years puts on somebody when they and they were charged with it. There's also federal sexual trafficking too, by the way. But I forget where I seen that at. I mean, I don't know how do I click back. How do I click back? No, doesn't show it. There was a before picture. It was wild how that dude changed so much in just a few years. Yeah. But another Obama legacy thing. Wait a minute.
Well,
is it right here? Wait a minute. Here it is, right here. Yeah, here you go. Look, there it is, right there. Okay, I got you, Andrew. I'll get out of the way. But yeah, here's the guy. There's the guy in 2018, David E. Taylor, and then that's him now, just after a few years of being kind of doing what he's doing. All right, let me get this off and get you back up there, Mr. Andrew. Go ahead, sir. It's all you, Andrew.
Okay, I just want to put this out there for the people. You know, what the hell?
David did that, not me.
I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with it.
I got you. The people, what happened in Afghanistan when Biden was in office, the 13 fallen, we haven't forgotten about you. The people haven't forgotten about you. Trump hasn't forgotten about you. The families that lost their loved ones, I just want to remind you that there's still people out here who are still thinking about you and know what happened. It wasn't right. And Biden, he still doesn't take no responsibility for that. That ain't right. And I just wanted to put that out there for the families who have the 13 fallen. We're still thinking about you. Okay, thank you.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think Biden's really thinking about anything. Yeah.
Then I saw that California that has all that Palisades property. They want to rebuild affordable housing in one of the most kind of more prestigious areas. And everybody's up in arms about that. And then all that fire aid money that was going to go directly to the people, and they didn't see a dime of it. It all went to other programs and other, nonprofit organizations.
It didn't go to programs.
Like Newsom and Clinton.
It didn't go into their pockets. It went into Newsom's pockets and all the bureaucrats that wanted to steal from all these programs. That's what happened.
Well,
I just don't understand how Newsom...
that strip along the coast where the houses were between PCH and the beach, they've always wanted that beach area. So when those houses burned down, they went and declared them eminent domain or whatever. They took the property from the people. They reclaimed the property. So, which that's
beach now.
Yeah. So those people.
They're stealing from the people. The people who lost all that property
all the time.
And the Palisades, they're stealing from them. That's all.
Well, if you take a look at what Trump is doing right now, I saw a message put out the other day by Trump stating that he's going to make sure that this mail-in ballot is stopped, and that you need voter ID for the elections. He says if it's not, he's not going to stop until he gets that put through. Because if he does that, that'll halt anything that goes on by the Democrat. I have a feeling the Democrats are screwed over if he can just get a little bit more of a push. Because Tom Gorman, he's getting ready to go. If he's not already there right now in Chicago, but I guess he's targeting on the next would be Washington State and Seattle, Washington, and then another entity out west. But they keep on telling him they come, bring it on, Tom. I'm waiting for him to arrest somebody, but they're just smart enough just to keep right out of harm's way.
Well, you mentioned earlier that Biden isn't acknowledging. Biden wasn't acknowledging any of the fallen soldiers and all that. I remember seeing this. This was footage while he was president. This was him getting a relatively large thing of ice cream.
Well, the whole family, yeah. Double cone.
He's double cone. Hey, listen, one similar move.
It's quite alarming to watch him function. You can tell that he is completely annihilated mentally. He's feeble. Just watching his movements and how he's carrying himself, he's not even. As you're looking at his brain is so deteriorated. He's literally functioning as an elderly child.
Yeah, he was such a phony president.
Yeah, if Trump even remotely acted like that, carried himself in that manner, you can imagine the mainstream media attacks of like, look how feeble Trump is. He can't. He's just a big child. He can't. You know, it's already bad enough. You know. So
Yeah. Well, let me see.
so it just, you know, when you say Biden doesn't remit, he hasn't. He didn't even acknowledge those fallen soldiers whenever that they were being brought home. You know, remember him looking at his watch. You know, like I gotta hurry up. I gotta get my diaper changed here in a little bit. I hope. And so he's looking at his watch, ready to go because he's pooped his pants. And so it's yeah. You can.
As far as I'm concerned, we have to
Look at
move
this.
very aggressively. It is not about, lingering and trying to think that maybe the courts will help us. I want, even though I know it may not happen, the cabinet that he's appointed, a bunch of his sycophants who probably won't do what I would recommend. It is time to call for Article 25 of the Constitution
You
of
might
the
think this
United
is old,
States of
but it's
America
not.
to
no,
determine
it's not. I
his
know it's relative.
unfitness, to determine that something's wrong with this president. And
Really?
I would suggest that we move very
Got one white
aggressively
lady.
to talk about the danger to this country and to our democracy and not play around with this, because this is absolutely one of the most destructive things that this president could do.
Congresswoman Wasserman Schultz, I mean, your take on this, because
Oh, she's
I think
what
it's
lady is
jarring to hear
Debbie
Congresswoman
Wasserman
Waters
is
say
the
it's time for the
He's
25th
a
Amendment. But
DEI.
I mean, presidents have been impeached for much less.
Look at her bobble her head around. Do do do
Yeah.
do do.
That right. That right. You do
nothing.
what I tell you do.
Man.
Now.
Can I get an opinion here?
Oh yeah.
Go for
guys, listen. With this voting system as rigged that I'm speaking for everybody, that's rigged here in California. I've been wanting to say that for a long time. That if Trump doesn't come in here and straighten this out soon, the midterms, basically, what good is it? When they're going to pass this 50 deal bond, whatever, not bond, but this deal where they're going to get 5 more seats to cover for Texas what they took.
Redistricting, yeah.
And if this doesn't get straightened out here in California, it's going to help Newsom get his presidency, supposedly.
Well, yeah, Newsom threatens that they're going to redistrict to try to combat what's happening in Texas. However, there's been been a 40% increase in Republican or conservative people getting involved in California, more than a lot, for the last 10, 20 years. So that's happening. And then, of course, you have the New California movement, which is basically all red. And they start pulling those people together, and if they actually do the redistricting correctly by the actual real numbers and not the fake numbers, and that's what Trump's after. He's trying to get rid of all the illegals that were counted as citizens here. And the argument is, well, it doesn't matter if they're citizens or not. You're representing an X amount of people. Well, but not if you're going to end up removing them, or they're going to get deported. So they actually don't count. They don't qualify to vote. So why include them? Well, because that changes the numbers, and that's what they've been doing. And the Democrats have been doing this for years. And now all of a sudden, some Republicans come out and say, "Oh, we're going to redo this." All of a sudden, everybody's up in arms. But you look at all the maps and all the phony baloney districts that go up, up through prominent areas, and they leave out all the other areas just because it's a Democrat stronghold, and the numbers are there, So anyway, that's my rant.
If I don't see anything happening in the voting system, nothing's going to change. But the only thing that'll change is the Democrats will get those seats. And, here's the thing, Dave, that I've been falling back on. Basically, something? These judges, these crooked liberal judges, They're going to put it. Okay, they're going to put it in the courts. Hey, you know something? We're going to drag this out until after midterms. And these judges are going to go against the truth and what needs to be done. These judges have got to go. Because already, you know, the Republicans here in California, they said this needs to be stopped. There's redistricting. Okay? They want to put it through. Well, guess what? This so-called Supreme Court here in California said, oh, no. It's going through. So come on. Really?
Yeah. How it goes. Check this out. Here you go.
It's like 10 turns. Thank you, Michael.
I hate that woman.
Yeah, there you go. Now you gotta be.
Simone, you're acting like
She is awful.
it's your Friday too.
This works.
Was that Joy?
No, that's that Simone something. But she's an alcoholic. She literally is. I'm trying to find the video where she's leaving the studio after doing a super hard broadcast that just pretty much is her reading a script and saying really racist things about white people the whole time. And the whole time, and she's talking about her drink. Right here, listen.
And
this is why.
That's why I don't drink those. That's why I don't drink that.
You do not Celsius.
Everything's not for everybody.
She drinks on the job, and the whole time she's leaving the studio, she's like, we're gonna eat, then we're gonna drink. She's an alcoholic. I would not be surprised if 90% of her broadcasts are her about half sauced on there, but just not where you can't see her speech slur. But I got a video. Mm-hmm. I got to find it though. But she's dancing and oh yeah, that was Titler. That was Titler.
With the
Adolf Hitler. Today at 8:00 when I get done with this stream, I got an hour in between. Then I'm gonna go on Chris Thompson's YouTube channel for a little bit and stuff. It's called Organized Chaos is what it's called. But I'm gonna hang out with them for a minute. Just
send us a link.
Mess around.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I will do that. But I wish I could find the one where that Simone chick is dancing and leaving her studio. She's like, we're gonna drink. I thought I had it here. I do have the dildo gate still up. That's pretty wild. We're gonna drink. It's such and such. We're gonna drink. We're gonna eat. We're gonna drink. I'm sitting there, bitch. You don't fucking need to eat shit. I do have this. Kind of interesting. Not really sure what's going on there, but I thought that was pretty interesting. He's got his chicken in the back, his pig is sitting at the table, him and they're eating together. The pig. Oh, but yeah, if I could find that one, Big Balls got hit. This is some stuff. I had this shared way back. I'll have to find it. But dude, that Simone chick, she's absolutely the most loathsome person when it, because she could grow hair. She does not. I mean, you can look and see when she doesn't shave. She's got her stubble.
Shaves it. Yeah.
Yeah, she wants you to see that big old stupid head of hers.
Does Joy Reid have hair?
Yes, but she cut most of it off whenever we made fun of it being Trump hair.
Oh.
She was like, it was Donald Trump this and Donald Trump that, Donald Trump this. Well, the bitch, why you got his fucking hairdo? And it's like, the next thing you know, when all the independent conservative content creators jumped on the fact that she got Donald Trump hair, she come to work the next day with it all gone. She's like, hey, Donald Trump, yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. So but yeah, that Simone chick could grow hair, but she keeps her head bald. So when she bobbles that thing around, man, could you just imagine, like, you walk in the house and there she is, just like, you're like, honey, put your clothes on, please. Yeah. No, I'm at home and do what I want. No.
Yeah.
But she's the loathsome, and she's put on there because she's not going to bring you anything of substance. She's just going to get up there and look for anything and everything to try to spread a racist narrative where, hate white people, hate everything white people do. Hey, ooh, and this is something I've been on for the past few days. Everybody knows who Harriet Tubman is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Harriet Tubman, in case you don't know, was the leader of the Underground Railroad, which not necessarily was underground, but basically she was the leader of being able to kind of like get people that were slaves and then facilitate a method of hiding them out as they transported outside of areas that were slave sanctuary states. Just like the left wants to have sanctuary states for illegal so they can have cheap labor. The left had sanctuary states where they it was the opposite of that, where like slavery still existed. So it took back. I'm jumping around a little bit, but okay. Do you know how there would be no Harriet Tubman if there wasn't white people?
Well,
think about that. Harriet Tubman would have had no way to seek refuge in her flight from her current slave owners.
Yeah.
And grabbing up other people to get them out of the slave conditions. If it wasn't for white people that gave them a safe refuge to hide out, she would have never been it. Because of white people, Harriet Tubman could be Harriet Tubman. We don't get any thanks for that. Nobody gets any thanks for that.
True.
Nope.
Even then, the other thing too, and talk about slavery, you need to go all the way back to the 1600s to the 1500s when the Celtics, in other words, there were the Irish were the original first slaves that were brought around, and they were it's ridiculous. People don't look at these things, in proper perspective. Only if it works out to them. We want reparations. We want money for this. You owe me money. You owe me for this. You owe me for that. And the biggest thing too is these EBT cards. I mean, I've got a few more videos.
Well, first they have to pay. We need to get all the families paid back that the white people who died trying to abolish slavery in the first place.
Yeah, let's get that straightened out first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, with these EBT cards, these people are in there. One woman did a big complaint job that she was getting $4,000 a month for food stamps with the EBT card, and they cut her back to 130. She is absolutely livid. Absolutely livid. How are my children supposed to get their cokes, and how are they supposed to get their snacks? My child's not going to be able to sleep at all without his snacks. I'm starting to think $4,000. I sure as hell wish I would be getting that. Social Security.
Good money.
Good God Almighty! And she's good.
Her son, big as hell too. Here, son, here's you a snack before you go to bed. He's just going, he's like, he can't fit in the damn door. You're like, well, how old are you? I'm 11. I weigh 462 pounds.
It's good what they're doing with that. All the things that you can't buy. In other words, vegetables, potatoes, rice, beets, meats, and whatever. This is good. This is good stuff now. This is the way it should have been all along. I mean, it used to be back in the day. I remember people used to be selling their food stamps or whatever to get for people who want to buy cigarettes with it. Just crazy.
Who was showing me that
they still
some
do that.
gal that has a YouTube channel, and she shows all the money all the food she's buying with her EBT. Was that you, John?
It was one of them. I had a couple of them up there. One was, I think, Will, you had one too, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I played one where she sat there just kept showing all the stuff. She said, I got all the noodles, I got all the cereals, I got all the juices, I got all and no food that would take the closest thing she had to any kind of food that would require preparing was hamburger meat. That was it. Anything else was all pre-made, pre-cooked, TV dinner. And so and everybody in her family, all those kids were just big as hell too. They were all big fat fucks, and she was too. And oh my gosh, I get mad thinking about it because it's a business.
No, that's
it's a
happening a lot here in
transaction.
California. You know that.
Yeah.
Hey, question for all three of you guys. All right, I'm not trying to get off subject or anything, but what's going on with Russia and China? They're buddies now, and now India's getting
Yeah.
involved with
Ooh,
China. They're
hey,
buddies
I
here
now.
you go. Are you ready for this? You ready for this, Andrew?
Go
So
ahead.
I was talking to an older gentleman. I was at that ham radio convention thing, and this older gentleman was kind of. We got on the subject of that. He was like, whenever Russia takes Ukraine, what they're going to go after next?
Oh,
America,
oh,
yeah.
us. We're next. We're next on the Russia's get list, and they'll China will be part of it. Um, the you know and I think Israel's going to be a part of it as far as against America, because Israel's helping to deplete America's ability to defend itself. Ukraine has pretty much annihilated all of our weapons, and
yeah.
and then and whenever Russia and China team up, that'll be our and Israel will play the middleman when it comes to intelligence for both of those countries, and we're going to find out. But that'll be. I know that Putin seems like that could be the case. I don't know for sure or not, but I would not be surprised if the long game for Putin is to come after America.
All right. Okay. Here's another question. What's the latest on this BRICS situation with China, Russia, Brazil, Venezuela? They're trying to start their own currency. Has anybody heard anything new on that?
It's still swirling around down here. Got to keep in mind too, Andrew, that what the BRICS is basically used for is from country to country purchases. In other words, if the country's going to be buying something, it's they're going to be that's how they're going to transfer the dollars. It's not going to be for regular trade. But no, they're not. It's not working out too well right now. It's kind of like having a little bit of a hiatus, especially with here in Brazil, because right here in Brazil right now, there's a couple of problems going on right now. It's Maduro's a problem. Maduro's we've got now there's over there. I believe there's up to 12 or 14 ships now offshore Venezuela. They're sitting right on the other side of Curacao and some are around Aruba and Tobago. And they brought in a missile carrier, came from the Pacific, and that should be in place for that right now. So I don't know what's going to go on with that. The people down here are making pretty close bets on that the United States is going to send in a team to take his ass out. They're not going to bring him out in one piece. Maduro, they're going to take him out, and that's what they're talking about, because he has 1.5 million.
Why was that ship sent down to Venezuela? That warship from the United States looked like it rattled some cages down there.
There's 12 of them down there right now, not 1, 12.
12. Wow.
The only thing that's missing is the aircraft carrier, but they don't need a carrier.
What's the point of that?
Right now, there's a $50 million bounty on the head of Maduro. Maduro supposedly is talking about stepping down, but staying as acting ruler of Venezuela. So, in other words, not being official, but being official. In other words, he's going to control the military. And there's about 1.5 million soldiers there, which are out in the streets right now. So, this is one of these volatile things, too. And the military in Venezuela has not had a very good relationship with Brazil. Brazil has a large military force on the border of Venezuela, because the Venezuelans have been coming across the border and actually making cities, small little villages around the border areas up in the Amazonia. And it's not a good thing. And of course, we still have Lula here for another year, so to speak. Here in Brazil, who knows who's going to take over? It's a big mess down here. It's crooked. And China just because what happened with Elon Musk, they couldn't make a deal with Musk, but they made a huge deal with China, huge plant. Trying to think what it's called, the China World or something like that. But it's one of the biggest and the largest automobile manufacturing plants in the world. Has been built, I believe, in Sao Paulo, Brazil, the big city. So that's it's they're gaining ground. I mean, I've got some pictures. I'll post one up over the next couple of days. One is from the late 1920s. Another one's from, I believe, the late 1930s. It looks identical to downtown New York City or Los Angeles or any of the towns back then. And what it is, it's Sao Paulo, Brazil. So a lot of people don't realize that a lot of cities, even though they're not in North America or in Europe, like Paris, France, we're on equal bar with the United States back as far as what was going on with the population. In other words, the prices of food, the prices of cars, in other words, things being manufactured. They were right on an even keel, just as the rest of the country was backwards, and still pretty much is to a degree. But things are not getting any better. Things are a lot tighter now. Prices have gone up here again. I mean, right now we're up to $6 a liter for gasoline, which is not good.
What is it? It's like $4.16, $4.20 a gallon over here in Fresno, and that's an Arco, a cheap gas. But here's another question for you, John. What do you think about Trump allowing these 600,000 Chinese coming in?
I don't like that at all. I don't what he's talking about there, what he's going to bring them in for. There's a few things that he says and does that I don't agree on at all. I think we need to do is like to stay with the plan. America first. Let's take care of Americans first. I think the first thing they need to do is clean up the streets like they're doing right now. Let's get these illegals the hell out. Let's get these with the extra monies that they've got or they should be getting. Let's get the homeless off the streets. Let's take care of our veterans, and then we'll go from there. Literally,
veterans.
Whoever needs the most work. I believe it. Preference would be the illegals first, then second would be the homeless, and number 3 would be the veterans.
I agree.
Of course, the veterans, of course, and then after that, I would tell the old
prioritize.
I mean, otherwise, if you take here's something. Well, this is something that's really strange. We talk about $20,000 back in 1971, 72. If you were making $20,000 a year, so let's just call it 75 years ago, 1975, 50 years ago. If you made $20,000 a year, you were making good money.
Yeah.
Good money. Now, at my age, which I'm 75 right now, what they're giving me right now is the equivalent to $20,000 a year in the year 2025, which doesn't buy myself squat.
Yeah.
In other words, if I want a Coca-Cola, it's going to cost me $5 for a Coca-Cola when it used to cost me a nickel. And when I was paying 25 cents a gallon for gasoline, I'm paying, I think you get the message. So what they need to do is they need to get, I mean, there's not a whole hell of, I mean, there's people that have fallen through the cracks like myself that have lost everything. And I don't believe that, of course I have my health things that I need to take care of, but I don't believe that, what happened to me is none of my fault. It was not my fault that what Fauci did with this worldwide pandemic, with COVID, none of that stuff is my fault. And why should I be having to pay for the few years? I'm at the winter of my life. Why should I have to suffer for the next 4 years, 5 years, or how many years I've got left? Why should I not be able to live at least in dignity and have something to look forward to? At least maybe can I go for a vacation to someplace for a week, spend a week someplace, or could I at least go out to dinner and have lobster tails once a year on my birthday?
I'm going to buy you a hot water heater. Hot water heater.
That's right.
See, there you go.
We'll
but I mean, it's the point of people should not have to be. And I mean, sometimes, I'm a pretty strong person. And but sometimes I sit back and I think when everything's quiet and silent, I sit there and think like, what the hell have I got to look forward to? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
No.
Can I work? I can't work. But it's here, I mean, if I was in America, I possibly could do it. There's plenty of things to do in America. You've got a computer, you can do anything in America, literally. But it's the point of, and how many other people literally have been committing suicide because what is the sense for them going on? Literally. They think about it and they don't want to. I mean, there's certain things that you can and can't do in life, but when you're faced with something, it's just simple things, absolutely simple things, planning things. I remember I used to plan for vacations a year ahead of time, a year ahead. Now, vacations for me are once a month going into Brasilia to buy the groceries and eat lunch with the guys from the embassies, which get information from. But it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. And I mean, it's like
the Chinese. Well, Japan and China, they can go on vacations. They can do what they want to do, but we're over here suffering just to get by day by day. And yet, Trump is giving China these breaks every 3 months. Oh, well, you got time for these tariffs. I'll give you another 3 months, another 3 months, another 3 months. That's another thing that I don't agree with Trump on, is that this has to stop. If he's going to drop the hammer on them, drop it.
Yeah. Well, it's just like I said, for me, the illegals they're forefront in front of my face all the time. They have been for the last 4 or 5 years. And when I hear, like I said, when we've been hearing that we've had neighbors of ours that have gone there, got a credit card with $1,000 on it, plus they got a brand new cell phone. None of us have had a new cell phone here ever. And it's just why? Why is somebody who's not an American citizen? Why is somebody who's not put anything into the American economy? Why are they getting all the benefits that I should be getting at least some from? Yeah. And where's the representation? Where's my representation? Where are the congressmen, the senators, and anybody who in the back in America is worried or is going to help me? I have tried over the years. I've tried to make phone calls to Washington. I've talked to senators. Help me out. Can you please help me? Every place ended up as a dead end. And as soon as like a couple of them fell out of office, they went out of office. That was it. Was the end. There was no more communication. It's all a game. They really don't care about us. They really don't. And I mean, it's in other words, Americans banding together is the way it started, and it's the way it's going to end. We have to band together. If we don't band together, we're no place, because there's only so far that they're going to go to look good in our eyes, and then they're just going to say, screw it. That's all there is to it.
Well, John, here in California, how are they going to get together if the voting system's not fixed?
Back to that question again.
Back to the question again. They're not doing anything yet.
If you're going to get something accomplished, Dave, you got to fix the voting system. That's where the line starts to end everything.
Yeah, I agree. That's got to be somehow enforceable. I just don't know quite how you can do it when states claim that they have independent sovereignty.
Yeah.
But at the same time, federal government can say, well, if under a federal election, you
then got these judges
require something.
Everybody putting Trump in check. Every turn that Trump makes to help America, these judges are blocking him. I mean, how's anything going to get fixed if we don't fix the voting system? Anything. I mean, look at these judges. How come Bangino and Patel, how come they're not getting on board? Hey, let's get on that rubber stamp deal. Let's get these judges out of here. Let's do something. Sorry, but that's the way I feel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I agree with you. But, like I say, there's a fine line. But, yeah, on federal elections, they could do that. And because, that.
Well, because the federal government kicks money down to every single state for ballot printing and all that stuff, at the same time, they could just say, well, look, we're going to send out our own federal. Of course, then you'll have people say, well, it has nothing to do with our state where we're not going to man the federal election or something. I mean, I wouldn't put it past, the people that don't like, Trump to come up with some way of making it not happen,
Yeah. Well, they would. They'd weaponize that. Yeah, they would definitely weaponize.
I'm pissed. Honestly, I'm pissed. Sacramento it's a pit of vipers. Doge needs to come in here and clean it out. I mean, it's loaded. It's loaded with fraud, stealing, you name it. Yet nothing's going on.
There she is. Yeah,
that's one of them.
One of them. But I remember this one. Yeah, $3,000 in food stamps.
Yeah, the one I had like 4,000. But she was
I got that one
arguing. Yeah, the one I got that too. Well, why can't you get my Peter Reese cups or whatever it was? I think it was one of them too.
Yeah, no, I know all about that. It's I was kind of digging through some of my older content that I had bookmarked. Hey, I we're going to learn something from Charles Manson too, by the way. So get ready for that. Charles Manson is going, no, for real. Dude, I saw this and I was like, okay, check this out.
Make sure you save some for you because what you
Music in the back probably is a weird thing. So she says I get $12,087 in food stamps. This is her $1,500 EBT haul in just one day, right here. And she's got all of her kids, by different baby daddies, everything big. Look at her arm weighs as much as I do. I'm telling you that right now. Look at that.
That's one of those that grew up. She probably grew up in a family that's what they did. And mama said, well, you're almost 18. You need to go out and get yourself a baby daddy and get your kids and get your own money coming, and that's exactly what she
there's
did.
Son back there. Son is way overweight. Daughter's all getting they're headed in that direction. Got Sprite. We've got everything, boxes and boxes, and Lucky Charms. Not everything. She went to Sam's Club and just bought out. And the apartment she's living in is based on your income, and so it's $3 a month. She getting everything. All of her medical care is Medicaid, so she's getting all that paid for. Heart stents, blood thinner, all that fun stuff that you need to survive when you're that big. Everything's paid for, and we're perpetuating that because making sure they keep plenty of food now. I got all my chips. Gotta have chips. Got my chips. Got my chips right here. Got my chips.
That sure looks like what do you call it? Reparation.
There's your reparations right there. Yes, buddy. Yes.
Really?
Got every kind of chips. And see that here's the deal. White or black, this doesn't matter. I don't like to see it. I don't care if a white person is getting it like this. But she makes these facial expressions too, like she's king, or queen. She's queen. I'm queen. Her facial expressions like look at me, look at what I'm doing. And let me tell you how they do. They'll cook a thing of those noodles, eat 3 bites out of it, set it down, and then throw the rest away. They ain't worried about we better eat the rest of this food. I'll just get me another one. I got a whole case in there. I don't care. So okay, all right. Now I'm going to take us down the road. I'm going to not Hitler, but Charles Manson is going to teach us all a little something. Let me tee this video up real quick. Okay, now this applies to anybody that has self-victimhood mentality. To have self-imposed victimhood mentality doesn't mean this is we're going to use what happened to Jewish people. Nancy Dunks. I'm not against Jewish people. I'm against the Israel government because I think they're doing some crazy stuff, not Jewish people. But you're going to have to read between the lines because what this is going to do is going to lay out the framework for why you have the non-white people who are mad at the white people. You're going to have all these scenarios of a boogeyman that without that boogeyman would not give you, not you personally, but people that have this systemic belief of victimhood mentality, their righteousness to feel a certain way about things. Without that, you wouldn't have it. So check this out. Watch this right here.
And the Jews won't let the Second World War stop. They keep the Second World War going. They keep it going. They keep perpetuating it because they're making money. As soon as the Second World War was over, they never stopped the brainwash. The brainwash that they were selling the American public was making money. You see what I'm saying? They were making money. They're not going to stop making money. If the combination's there to make money, they're going to keep selling it. They'll sell it all the way till I'm in the cellar with a guy named Millman, Jerry Millman. And he's got pictures of Hitler and Japanese and things all that. I said, boy, Hitler must have been a hell of a guy. He said, Hitler was terrible. I hate him. I hate him. I said, why do you hate him? He said, I'm a Jew. I said, well, why do you enshrine this guy? Is you your daddy? And he looked up to his mother's fear. And his mother's fear was Hitler. Hitler was like his father figure. He loved Hitler, but he hated Hitler. He needed Hitler to hold him up because Hitler was holding his hate up. Because without his hate, he didn't exist. He didn't have no reason to live unless he had some hate. He didn't have any reason to buy and sell unless the money held him up. You took the money away from him, you took the hate away from him, he'd be gone. So how do you communicate to a whole group of people? You stand up and you take the worst fear symbol there is and say, there, now I've got your fear.
Is that epic or what? Did y'all understand? Do you get that? Anybody?
Yeah. Well,
that's pretty. I mean, what the meaning behind that is a lot of these people have built their life on a structure of hate and fear, And without that, they wouldn't be anything at all.
Right. Their whole existence would be
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, you hate this person, but without this person to hate, you wouldn't have anything to be, so you wouldn't be who you would be. You would be nothing. Yeah. Isn't that wild? Uh, it's when I heard that, I was like, this is epic. That's epic. I'm sorry, but I'm not saying that Charles Manson was a good guy, but what it means is you've got to watch out because these people aren't as dumb as you think they are. This is some of the so like whenever Trump said that such and such was a smart guy, he wasn't saying that they were good guys. These people were smart. You got to watch out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you don't underestimate these people. If you do, if you're going to find yourself in a bad way. But
right.
And so, but that's a very wise statement. And when you present that to somebody who has hate in their heart, who has that ability to just self-victimhood mentality, you destroy all that in like a matter of minutes. We ran past our hour. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Well, before you leave, tell us where you're going to be and send us a link too.
You may or may not be able to find Chris Thompson's channel, but I'm going to be on Chris Thompson's channel what in the world? Wait a minute, let me get Chris Thompson's channel. And
there you go. You're looking good, John.
Everybody needs to work out. Exercise is the key. All right, so yeah, Chris Thompson on YouTube. I'll be on there at 8:00. And
Chris Thompson. Well,
yeah,
you do have a link to it, right? So you could send us a link.
I'll send. Yeah, I think I do. I'll share it to you, Dave. Yeah, I'll send you a thing, and you too, Andrew. You can jump in the comment section there. But I'm gonna hang out with them for a little bit. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna see what's up. He just asked me if I'd come on there and hang out for a minute. I said sure. They're a small channel.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Throw the link up there, Dave.
What'd you say, Andrew?
Throw the link up there.
I don't have the link. I don't have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't. I don't. Yeah, I'll send it. We'll see what happens here. Let's see. Let me send it to you real quick if I can here. Let's see. I'll have to do this here. Let me
John, it's been a long time. Miss seeing you. You're so handsome.
Oh, miss you too. You abandoned us. You abandoned me.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I was used to calling you every week.
Yeah, you stopped.
Yeah, well, I thought you blocked me off your phone.
No, phone with that number's been gone.
Okay, well.
Yeah, he thought you were mad at him.
Yeah.
No,
well, if you send me the link, I can throw it in the comments.
I'm trying to. I don't know where I can even. I don't know where. It's
Well, that's okay.
John, I'll talk to Dave and see what I can do about hooking up and
yeah, definitely
calling you.
All right.
Yeah, I'll send you when I find the link. I'll send it to you, Dave. You can come in there and hang out for a minute. But Chris Thompson on YouTube. It's going to be hard to find. Small channel.
All righty. Okay, guys, we're going to call it a night. We want to thank everybody that came in the comments, especially Nancy. We always look forward to seeing her every week, and we'll see you on the next.